beautiful people. How are you? My name is Sonia Marie, and I'm so happy to be here, to see you, to share with you. Well, I can't really see you, but you know what I mean. To be engaged with you, to see your name flashing on the screen. So as I do my little introduction, I will definitely come back and say what's happening to a few of you. I've been trying to adjust this daggone camera, and I don't know if I like it. How about that? Let's stay right there. How about that? What's going on, everyone? We got the plant in the shot today. All right, here we go. Let's get a little bit of balance. Here we go. So I wanted to say there's a few beautiful things that are happening in the world right now, in my world anyway. Hi, Tinjin. How are you? And I wanted to share them with you. First and foremost, you may or may not know, but I've been announcing it every week. There is a retreat that I am throwing. This is the 5th annual Word Life Astrology Retreat. We are going to Mount Shasta, and we're almost full. The reason why I keep announcing it is because I can't tell you how many times I heard somebody go, "Oh, I didn't know you was doing a retreat." Now, they could be lying, and they can be on some like, oh, you know, fake shit. But on the other side of that, these algorithms, they can switch up a situation and a conversation and a tune. So I wanted to make sure that I let y'all know each and every week until it's full that we are having this 5th annual Word Life Astrology Retreat in Mount Shasta. That's in Northern California. Listen. Please go to my website at wordlifeastrology.com. That's wordlifeastrology.com. Go to the retreat section and go to the 5th annual and join us. When I tell you we're going to have a blast, we are going to have a blast. Yes, you do need to fly into Los Angeles. Actually, more specifically, you're going to fly into either Oregon or Oregon is actually the best spot. There is a city that's on the northern side of the California border. I can't think of the name of the city in Oregon right now, but you would fly into Oregon is where you're going to go. Make sense? I thought I saw somebody ask that real quick. All right. So another thing. There's a new platform, and I'm gonna be real candid with y'all because this is family. Although anybody and everybody can hear this, I don't mind giving my whole self. This is the deal. There's a wonderful platform that's just getting started, and there's a lot of money in it, and a lot of famous people and celebrities and stuff like that. Basically, it's a platform to have a conversation. Like many other platforms on the internet, this is called brightlive.com. Brightlive.com. What's really, really special about this particular format is that it's set up like Zoom, and you can bring your face up on stage. Whoever has a particular workshop can bring people up to talk and have a conversation and ask questions. We can see you. And it's pretty more interactive than Zoom, but you'll recognize the format. I say all that to say is that I'm doing this dope ass presentation tonight. It starts at 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And I really, really want you to come. It's $22. And honestly, I didn't want to like blow it all out, but $22 for 2022. Two. I got an answer machine. Let it talk to you. So $22 to talk about what? The power of the feminine, being that this week is International Women's Week and the month is Women's Month. We are talking about the power of the feminine in Western astrology. And I want you to come. So I'm going to highlight all planets, certain asteroids that are feminine power. What's the difference between masculine and feminine energy in astrology? Talk to you a little bit about, I'm not going to teach how to read charts. Again, these are the only things that I am focused on. The feminine power in Western astrology. So that's all asteroids, some planets. What's the deal between feminine versus masculine in astrology? Oh, I'm going to bring up some famous women and their particular charts, read their charts to tell them why they're so damn powerful themselves. And those that have signed up thus far, not right now, because if you sign up, I can't be able to read your chart. I will read those that have already signed up. A few of them, because they sent their information and I can pull up their charts. So we're going to try to do all of this in an hour. I'd love to see you at 5 p.m. tonight, sharp. 5 p.m. tonight, sharp. So go on over to Bright, BRIGHT, live.com. That's BRIGHTLIVE.com. All right, come on through and let's talk about all things feminine in astrology. Thank you. I can't wait to see y'all. All right, I think that's enough of the announcements. Let me say hello. Who's in here? Couple of people. There may be some folks at work. What's up, Cressida? Hi, Kimberly, Miss Sassafras. Tatiana is here. Angelique, the artist. What's up, love? El Bell. What's happening, honey? Jenny is here. Hi, Angie. I ain't here. You seen you in a while. Oh, these wonderful people showing up. I appreciate you being here. Hi, Jewel. Okay, for the sign language. Yeah, I was learning sign with a friend of mine last year. A couple of us, actually. So I try to throw it in every now and again to remember. You remember, if I can remember. Yep, that's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Tatiana. Hopefully you can come and join us at brightlive.com. That's bright, BRIGHT live.com. I love to see y'all there, okay? All things feminine and Western astrology. All right, y'all want to talk about this week? Let's get it popping. I don't know. Let me start off by this because I had to remind myself to say this, to be quite honest with you. This thing, technology. I had to remind myself to tell y'all about something that I just forgot. Ain't that something when I do that? Ooh, wee! Happy birthday to Diane today. My aunt Dada. That's not what I was gonna say though. Ooh, it's gonna come back. It's gonna come back. Okay, here's the deal. Let's talk about this week. Oh, okay, here we go. I think it's coming back. So did this goddamn brain of hers. I swear to God. Okay. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. All right. So this month, this week, all things that are sliding through. Let me tell you something. If you haven't felt Jupiter's appearance, filling up or connecting to spirit or just being happy, goddamn, and trying to shake the cobwebs. Are you shaking the cobwebs? Hi, Ramon Williams. Are you shaking the cobwebs? That's all I want to know. If you haven't felt that, I don't know who you are. Here's the deal, though. Here's the deal. I was going to say this, is that some people, those especially that are Aries and Libra, that were born between, let's just say, the first of their month, their birth month. So for Libras, that's October. For Aries, that's the wonderful blessings that Jupiter is bringing down because it may be squaring your sun. Let me say that again. Those Libras or Aries that were born from the 1st to the 15th of their birthday month, which would be October and April respectively. It may be hard, Rachel, you're not included in this, but it may be hard for you to shake them cobwebs off. May be hard. Why? Because Jupiter is shining down, but and Pisces is shining down. Neptune in Pisces, Jupiter in Pisces, the sun in Pisces is shining down on you. Hi, how are you? However, you might not feel it. It may be your shadows of something. I'm just saying, the thing about it is you have to find it. You have to locate it. You got to open up to it. You almost have to go outside naked in it. You have to expect it. You have to surrender to it. Situations that are trying to block you from getting it. I hope this makes sense. I wanted to speak to them in particular, and I'm glad Spirit reminded me after the reminder to tell you, because there are some people that are like, I know this chick and a bunch of other celebrities, good God, astrologers are talking about this Jupiter situation and the fact that March is actually a beautiful month, gearing us up for April and May. That's absolutely going to change the freaking game, right? I know people are saying this, but I don't feel it. It could be that you're blocking it. It could be that you're not allowing it to come through. I hope this makes sense to y'all. I really do. Okay, I wanted to stop there because I feel there is a distraction in this thread right now and what's going on. Listen, this ain't Periscope, so I want to let you know. If you come into this page, into this site, if you're live and you're new, or I'm live, we're live, and if you're new, I want you to come into this situation with light and love. No funny style, all right? This ain't old school Periscope and we gotta stomp roaches and shit and start blocking people, okay? Don't do that. Come in here with love. Okie dokie smokies. All right, let's talk about this this week though. Today the moon is in Taurus, which, you know, as you may know, we go through, thank you, Mina Love, we go through our days and our weeks quickly with the moon and with our emotional nature leading the way. So since the moon is in Taurus, just to remind you, there's some stability that's happening. There's some methodical, strategical steps that's necessary. You may want to hold on emotionally to people and situations that no longer serve you, because Taurus and very martyrdom like it does not know how to leave. It does not know when its welcome is worn. So if you are facing that situation right now where you're a little confused and or you're holding on to situations where you know goddamn well you gotta shake, you may need a little bit of a push. And you may need some blessings that's coming through Jupiter to tell you and remind you how dope you are, and you don't need to hold on to anymore these things or people. Let me back up it one more time. The moon is sextiling Jupiter today. All right. So this continued joy is happening. However, if you stay stuck in your emotions and the downfall of the moon being in Taurus and its emotions, if you stay stuck in the emotions of being a martyr, of stubbornly being stuck, you don't want to move anymore because I'm staying on my position and who I am. You might find your blessings walking you by. You might find your blessings saying, well, we're only going to come if you do something new. We're only going to come if you know. But that's innovative, which I've been screaming about the last couple of weeks, right? Which is innovative, or else they're going to pass you by. The moon and Jupiter are hooking up today. The moon and the sun are hooking up today. Come on, it's a bright feeling. This is the first time, I'm going to tell you honestly, watch out for these aspects. This is the first aspects that's sparkling with Jupiter in the mix. That's why this week I said on Instagram is full of Jupiter energy. Full of Jupiter energy. Why? Because of these particular aspects. Today, Jupiter is giving to us because it's sitting there sextiling in harmony with our moons, our emotion, and which is in harmony with our sun, with the sun, with coming down and streaming on the planet that you are open for is about to land straight in your heart 10 times fold if you allow it. At the very least, look at this. And this is what I really want to add to this. Some people will say, well, I've been waiting for these blessings. You've been talking about these blessings. I'm going to sit here and wait for these Skittles to come down. Here's the opportune word, wait. You can't wait. You have to be out in the world. You got to make phone calls. You got to go to the store and sit there and have engagements, conversations with people. You have to be at work and open up and be a little bit more vulnerable to coworkers and people that absolutely may care for you. Do you understand this? Blessings just don't come knock on your door because the universe says, oh, it's time to balance out this energy of all the things that we went through and all the things that I want to give you. Now here's the balance. Here's the reward for the change and the hardships that you've been going through. Here's the deal. When you were going through your hardships, were you pulling out the weeds? Were you pruning your life? In your pruning of your life, the equal results or blessings will come streaming forth to you. Now, there may be a few on here said, no, I was absolutely sitting on my fat ass and watching Golden Girls for like 3 weeks straight. Okay, here's the deal. You don't have to sit back and be upset with yourself now and criticize yourself because you wasn't doing anything. Know this, that the whole year, know that your whole life has given you opportunities, honestly, to do better. So if you was sitting on your ass, take a deep breath and do something now. If you wasn't sitting on your ass, open up your heart and allow it to come. As it's coming, say thank you. As it's coming, say thank you. I don't care if somebody gives you a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with more peanut butter than jelly on it. Say thank you. As it's coming, open up your heart and know that you are worthy. Because that and it's more. Do y'all understand this? Prayer is necessary Today is interesting because although we have all this favorable information and aspects that's streaming forth, there's also the moon going up against Saturn. It says, I don't want to work. I don't want to move, Sonia. I don't want to do that thing you just said I should have been doing for the last couple of months. Because Saturn is the planet of work, is the planet of hardships, limitations, restrictions. Your dad is the planet of fears and your lessons that you're learning, right? Currently and used to, right? The moon is saying, yo, moon in Taurus, I don't know, I don't want to do that thing. I want to sit here and just be a bump on the log for a minute. Well, if you're feeling stubborn and punishing and you're pushing against the work, you can't see the immediate validation. You can't see what it is that you're working and to receive everything that you need to receive. So trust it. Open up to it. Okie dokie, schmokey. Y'all understand what all of this is about? Y'all get this? When I tell you we're prepped for everything that we need, we're prepped. We are absolutely prepped. Today, the moon is sextile in Neptune. Wait. Hold on, Sonia. We got the moon sextile in Jupiter. Favorable. Skittles all day. We got the moon sextile in the sun. Yep. Open to our heart. The ego and our emotions are on one accord. We got the moon kind of squaring Saturn. Yeah, because nobody wants to get up. Maybe you're tired. Maybe you party hard. Maybe that sunshine that was on you for the last couple of days and all that feeling of celebration has worn you the fuck out. So today you're waking up or you're going through your job or you're going through work just a little slower because maybe the happiness recently or the energy, physical energy that you put out has slowed you down and you don't really want to work. God bless you too, unapologetically, etc. You don't want to physically organize, put together, because Saturn is about organization and authority and building. If you can't put it in a space in which is going to garner some results for you, Moon and Neptune is coming together, please. Yes, and very yes, please. The moon is sextile in Neptune, so that means at least you can actively stay in your imagination. Understand this, y'all, please and very please. Understand this, that you can manifest things with your imagination, with your thought. So if you're in that space where you can't taste the Skittles in this moment and this time and you're not being physical enough to do so, at least stay very, very active in your imagination and in your prayers. That's what Neptune is about. Prayers and imagination and art and music. All things that are of the divine that you can pull in because the veil is okay. Tuesday, tomorrow, as the moon goes into Gemini, we start to get a little heavy. I didn't mean to say that. I meant heady. The moon is getting into Gemini at 1:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. So we're about to get a little bit heady. Okie dokie schmokies. Whew, it's too much going on. People texting and all that. Okay, so here's the deal. Tomorrow is a little interesting because Gemini kind of throws it off. We are in Pisces season. Understand this, squirrel a little bit of information in education, but you probably already noticed. Whenever the sun is in a particular sign, ego is all things core us. It has to go back to the sun. The sun is the most powerful force in our solar system. If it dropped out, I tell my clients this all the time, if the sun dropped out of the sky, we all be fucked up. So wherever the sun is, it's very, very important. So when you watch the moon and the sun change, you got to know that we're going to go in and out. We're going to go up and down. We're going to give and take. It's going to be easy, hard, harmonious, a little challenging. Understand this. So as the moon goes out of Taurus, which likes Pisces, is going into Gemini. Gemini and Pisces is a square. So where today it may be a little favorable and open, utilize the good energy that's coming to you today to build up for tomorrow's challenges. Tomorrow's challenges has to do with all things that are in the mind, all things that are logical, all things that are informative, all things that are said or thought about. Why? Because the moon is in Gemini. And Gemini likes to compartmentalize things, including its emotions when it's in the moon, which is really, really weird and oil and vinegar like. You understand? Because there's no real flow. There's no real flow to anything that's cerebral, anything that's in the brain. So you have to utilize this good feeling today to bring you through tomorrow when shit gets too heady and a little challenging. Why? Because tomorrow the moon will go up against Mercury. Because Mercury will be in Oh, because the moon will be in Taurus at that time and it's going up against Mercury, which will be in Aquarius, but then that's going to change. So tomorrow, the moon in Mercury, regardless of the sign that it's in, it's just fucking strategizing, organizing, all things heady, all things negotiating, all things spoken and all things read. Computers as well and technology. So if the feeling is going up against the head, there's the thought process that's being thrown off by this emotional nature. Tomorrow, the moon will trine Pluto. Tomorrow, the moon will trine Mars. Tomorrow, the moon will trine Venus. Now, you may say to yourself, well, that's a lot of trines. That's a lot of favorable aspects. Yes, the moon will come together with our power, keeping us stable and on one, meaning that we know exactly who we are. We know exactly what we want to do. All we got to do is stand firm in that. It may go with against our thoughts, the moon square in Mercury. It may go against what it is we're thinking, what it is people are telling us, but stay rooted in who you are. I hope that makes sense. When the moon is with Pluto, it's like stay rooted with the transformation. When the moon is going up against Mercury, it's like, yo, it's playing with my thoughts right here. Don't worry about it. Those thoughts will go by. Ask as many questions, qualify, but don't get confused. Just stay rooted. Just stay with Pluto's transformation. Does that make sense to y'all? Yes, y'all. You're pretty quiet. There's not too many people in here today. I wonder why. Today, the moon is Tuesday, the moon will be trining Mars too. Oh, so we're going to utilize this information. We're going to utilize the feelings that we have. We're going to utilize the fact that we can negotiate some things and move. When the moon goes into Gemini, you're moving. Remember, squirrel, this past Sunday, so with this moon being in Gemini on Tuesday, with the moon being in Gemini, it will go right up against that in a best way, Mars, and it will go in harmony with Venus, which is going to be in Aquarius too. Mars in Aquarius. Mars is in Aquarius, Venus is in Aquarius. So I'm saying a lot and I feel like I'm getting a little confused and I'm a little distracted. There's some different energies on this live today. And I can feel them. And I'm sending light and love out to everybody that's on here. Light, 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 light to your heart. Only come and sit with people with love and light or kick fucking rocks. Okay, that's it. I'm a very intuitive person. I see. I just want y'all to notice and I can feel when shit switches. So that's all the love I'm going to give in this moment in time. I just wanted to say that. All right. So Tuesday is interesting in that way. The brain is getting foggy. Maybe that's why I feel this little miscommunication that's happening on Tuesday with the moon going up against that. But that information that's coming through will absolutely make you move, will absolutely make you feel worthy. So here's the real equation of it. The real equation is don't get into your feelings on Tuesday about what may be misconstrued. Actually use the information that's given to you and trust it to move, Mars. Use the information that's given to you and trust it so you can feel worthy. That's all I'm going to say. On Wednesday, the moon is still in Gemini, right? But check it out. Now Mercury wants to take this little dip into Pisces season, into Pisces energy. That's going to be tricky for a lot of different reasons, but it's going to be helpful for more reasons. Mercury going into Pisces. I want y'all to remember as students, if you want to be a student in this situation, that Jupiter is in Pisces. Oh shit, that may be favorable. Neptune is in Pisces. Oh shit, that may be favorable. So with Mercury 32 p.m., change your perspective to think about the genius, the wisdom, and spirit in combination, if you must, with this change of life. Do you know Pisces is very, very genius, very, very wise like. And when it goes into, I should say, when Mercury goes into Pisces, it's a little tricky, right? Because normally Pisces energy is very passive aggressive. It's very shape-shifting. And when that is surrounding the mind, you seem a little indecisive or that you want. Now, this will hit everybody. Understand, this will hit everybody on Wednesday because Mercury is controlling their whole planet being in Pisces. So you got to be a little bit more definite about what you want. Understand, because Mercury is in Pisces and you're not sure, but you have to be sure with Jupiter in Pisces. You got to be sure. Why? Because Jupiter in Pisces says, yo, I'm trying to bring you some Skittles. I'm trying to bring you some opportunities. I'm trying to bring you these blessings. But you got to know what you want, please and very please. And you got to, in Jupiter's way of handling and giving you what you need, make it all about love. Make it all about unconditional love and compassion and understanding. You understand? Make it about the genius and the wisdom that stays within you. Make it about something that's unearthly. Ooh, that feels good. You know why? As I pause and as I download just a touch, squirrel, here's the deal. We are bored on so many levels. I know I am. In that, I'm just going to say it like I feel it without trying to sound all fancy. There's just too much of the same things that's been going on. And I feel like we are all pressed up against the fence, like at a concert or something, trying to see what's new, trying to see what's coming, trying to see what's playing. But as we are slammed up against this fence, we only have to say one word or one magic thought or one thing in which we have been pressing to ask for. But we feel we're a little weird doing so. But we feel that if we ask for this thing, our family is going to out us. What if we ask for these things that's deep seated and in our heart, you know, we might lose our job. Our children may not understand us. Do you see where I'm going? There's a little boredom that lies in your prayers. There's a little boredom that lies in the space in which you want to manifest. Because why? I've been praying for the same things over and over and over. Can I get a car, a black car with this, look, this, goddamn this and that and that and this? Can I have a man with this and this and that and this? Can I have a woman with this and this and that and this? Y'all hear? It's a boredom kind of feel. But I feel like we're all pressed up against trying to figure out what are these new prayers to pray for. I'll tell you, the shit that you've been holding on and the things that are coming to you that you probably can't even pray for. I'm going to say that again because that sounded confusing as fuck. It's the things that you don't even know that you are worthy of. So here's the deal. Don't ask for anything. Ask for Spirit to give you all the things that you are worthy for, but you don't even know it. Ask for the things that you feel that are hovering over your head that you've been blocking. Ask for it to fall down. I'm closing my eyes because as I say it, I'm praying as well. Understand this. If you are bored in your prayers, all you got to do is open up and ask for the new prayers to fall on you. I hope that makes sense to y'all. This week is like a bit of, forgive me. This week is like a push and pull of those types of prayers or conversations or understanding of the ethereal in which we are not necessarily tapped into because we're bored or exhausted or beat up. So the real prayer is, God, help me to release all blocks, all fences, all insecurities, all things that are unknown, that are unseen, that I am keeping away from myself in this moment in time. Let it drop on my heart and on my mind so I can serve myself, those that I love, and those that are around me, and those that hear the sound of my voice. I share, amen, I hope. At this moment in time, we have to break through those moments. We have to break through those ceilings. Does this make sense to y'all? Does this make sense to y'all? Okay, I really hope so. Because again, I feel like I'm a little slow and I don't know if y'all there. I'm not going to continue to explain what I'm feeling, but I just hope that those need to get this will get it. Here's the deal. So that's Mercury in Pisces, you did? That's Mercury in Pisces is going to last for a couple of weeks in which we should stay in prayer mode. Pray with Mercury in Pisces. I've been telling the hut that too. This is the moment in time. Okay? All right. So on Wednesday, here we go. That moon in Gemini is going to square that Jupiter in Pisces. The push and pull, the give and the take. Now you feel like you don't deserve the blessings or the prayers that's coming through, even though you have to pray them. There may be something that's like not only blocking that, but now it's your own insecurities. Now it's, as you pray the prayers, now people are coming quickly around you to validate the contrary. As I pray the prayers, now somebody walks in and reminds you how broke you are. This is Wednesday. You're like, oh my God, I'm praying the prayers. I'm staying in this space, but I feel like the moon, I'm going up against my blessings. Yeah, because maybe possibly you're being told to wait, be patient, pray the right prayers. No one is taking anything from you, is the note that I wrote next to this moon square in Jupiter. No one is taking anything from you that you don't allow, okay? Did you realize the blessings that when you had it in your hand? Did you hold it out of fear of losing it, or did you let it go? Again, y'all remember that old adage, if you have something in your hand, you hold it too tightly or whatever, you might kill the shit. That wasn't an old adage nor a saying. That was just the way I said it. Here's the deal, though. The thing is, what would they say? If you have something in your hand, if you love something, set it free. If it comes back to you, it's yours. If it doesn't, it never was. That's the adage. That's the saying. If you love something, set it free. If it comes back to you, it's yours. If it doesn't, it never was. This is what Wednesday and this push and pull of Jupiter is trying to show you. We're making room for the better prayers, not the prayer you think is going to work. Understand that. That's what Wednesday is saying when your feelings, the moon is up against Jupiter. But I prayed for the cause, Sonia. No, but you didn't pray for what was past that. Getting me? This is an important week. We all want what it is that we lost. We all want to feel better because of what we went through. But again, are you praying the prayers that are beyond your own human understanding? On Wednesday, your feelings may not think so. But I'm telling you to keep it pushing because nobody can take anything away from you that's yours. Bottom line. I like to reiterate in case you don't get it. Thursday, oh shit, here we go. The moon is in Gemini again. Still, 3 days in a row. Check this out. That moon is going up against the sun now. Waking up. Oh, the moon is going up against the sun. And I put waking up crunchy with a question mark. Why? Because that moon is squaring the sun early in the morning on the East Coast. So that means it's really, really early on the West Coast. The bottom line is that you're going to wake up possibly maybe on Thursday not feeling like yourself. Again, feeling like the birds went out of your hands and they're never coming back. You done set them free and they're in fucking Antarctica somewhere. Yeah, possibly, maybe, but there's more to come. Again, keep it pushing. What's going to help you on Thursday is working, staying focused. And it's telling you to work through any crunchy emotions. Ooh, 3, 3, 3, 3. I looked at the thing when it said 3, 3, 3, 3. I love when that happens. Okay. The work flow through, your emotions can be dispelled through your need to work, through your need to be focused, through your need to transform, through your need to bust through your fears and to find the lesson in things, okay? You may feel a little foggy on Thursday too. Thursday is a weird day. Thursday is a weird day because the moon goes up against the sun, and I didn't even realize this. The moon goes up against Neptune too. So it's going to make you feel a little confused, and then it's going to make you feel like your ego is a little tested. That's the crunchy feeling. However, the moon is going with Saturn. So Thursday is a head down kind of day. Understand that. Y'all get that? Thursday is the head down kind of day. You know what that means? Y'all know what head down means? That means keep your head down to the pavement, to the asphalt, and do what you got to do. You know what I mean? Don't get your feelings all out of sorts. Don't get your panties in a bunch. Keep your head down. If you feel a little bit confused, know that you are being led. Know that you are being led. Okay? All right, I got to keep it pushing. Friday, the moon goes into Cancer, but the moon is sitting there right nice with Mercury. So the things that you couldn't say 2 days prior, you're allowed to speak your feelings now on Friday with the moon trining Mercury, right? It will be a little crunchy against Mars and against Venus. Remember, because Mars and Venus is in Aquarius, and the moon in Cancer will be quincunxing the Mars and Venus. Sensitivity to feelings can irritate. You may get your feelings hurt if people tell you one thing or another. Here's the deal. Let me say that a little bit more clearly. That Aquarius energy can bring in some detachment. Aquarius energy being in Mars and being in Venus, it can bring in some detachment, but that doesn't mean it's void of feelings. That means that Mars in Aquarius and Venus in Aquarius is like, yo, let's just get the job done. Let's do what we need to do. And the value is there, but I'm not going to be all emotional. I mean, I'm just saying affectionate and be your cheerleader about it. The value is absolutely there, is what Mars and Venus in Aquarius is saying. That moon in Cancer is like, but I want you to stroke me. I want you to hug me. I want you to say I'm beautiful. I want you to say I'm better. I want you to at least appreciate me. People may not stop and appreciate you that day for the things that you do and for the real value that you bring. It's okay. If the moon in Cancer is going in hopes that they can give that energy back to you, and if they can't, the next will. Did y'all hear me? Squirrel, we honestly hold people we hold people accountable, in my opinion, and I know y'all know this point, but I'm going to take a minute to reiterate what you already know. We hold people accountable for what it is that we think that they should do. We have an expectation, because if I give you hugs and kisses, you should give it to me. If I buy you pizza on Friday, every Friday I need a pizza too. People don't work like that. Energy doesn't work like that. You understand? It's a beautiful, beautiful thing if somebody that you love and care for can love you and care for you the same way, because you feel like you're doing it to yourself. Here's the deal. Do it to yourself. Do it to yourself. Love yourself that way. Give yourself the affirmations, in which on Friday I'm trying to get back around to. Give yourself the affirmation. Give yourself the love and affection. Give it to yourself. People don't have the obligation to love you the way you love them. No, they don't. They absolutely don't. Nor do they have to. Y'all know this, but again, it's worth repeating, because on Friday you might get your feelings hurt, because there's a lot of information, a lot of validation that wants to be said or appreciated to and from, but you may not get that. As long as you give it out, it'll come back. It may not come back from the person, to the point I was trying to make, but it may come back from a whole stranger. And again, you really want to get it? Give it to your goddamn self. That was good, Sonia. Well, thank you, Sonia. I appreciate you, girl. I appreciate you, too. You know what you said on that rundown, chick? Yeah, I remember. Well, that thing right there, that shit was on and pop. I appreciate that. You know, God be talking to me sometimes. I'm telling you, girl. Give it to your goddamn self. Because you might just get hurt if you're waiting for somebody to validate you. It ain't gonna happen, y'all. On Saturday, this is the third aspect with Jupiter in it. It's gonna give you back, or whatever way you wanna look at it. Remember, that first aspect was a trine, that was a give. That second aspect was a square, that was harsh, that was a little challenging. And this last aspect on Saturday is another give, because it's harmonious. The moon is trining Jupiter. The moon in Cancer is kissing Jupiter in Pisces. That's always a good feeling. Always a good feeling. And then on the same day, the moon and the sun is getting together. You may not feel like working that day, because now the moon is quincunxing Saturn. You may feel a little reckless that day, with all this sunshine, with the moon and the sun getting together, and then the moon and Jupiter getting together on Saturday. You may feel a little reckless. That's all right. That's all right, but be careful. Just be careful. Squirrel, I say that to say is that, and I said, and I want you to remember it from those other aspects too, when the moon and the sun get together and Jupiter's harmonious with another planet on another day, and then on Saturday. Why? Because we're so overwhelmed and we're so ready. We're so ready to take on something that's beautiful, that's new, that's powerful, that's free, you know, that's full of joy and abundance and prosperity, that sometimes we can get reckless with the birds in our hands. Sometimes we can get restless as the Skittles slap us in the face and want to give away our Skittles and want to bask in the Skittles and just play and be reckless with the Skittles instead of appreciating them, putting prayer on them, giving love to them, giving them away to people responsibly. Y'all understand what I'm saying? The Skittles being the blessings, the good feeling. Now, Squirrel, there may be some people that don't go through anything that's obviously abundant, or I should say leveling up this week. As long as you have, I've noticed and recognized that Jupiter can work in not only tangible results, but good feels, man. As long as you have good feels, that's Jupiter working for you. That's Jupiter augmenting those dark and lonely places within your cells, saying, yo, get some of this goodness on you, because we're about to tickle you and make you smile even more. Everybody has particular levels and layers of happiness and joy within them, depending on how much they let in, depending on how much they give out, depending on how negative they are and how serious they can be, or how open and free flowing and reckless they can be. Everybody has different levels. The point of the matter is that if you just wake up feeling good to be alive, goddamn Jupiter is working for you. So don't look for $1 million. Don't look for a goddamn trip to Aruba. Don't look for the tangible shit that keeps human beings tripped up, because we think that material goods and we think that having a man or a woman that's gonna make us feel good is the feel good. No, you make yourself feel good is what Jupiter is telling us. Jupiter is saying, yo, in Pisces, I'm giving you the feel goods from the inside out. I am preparing your brain, your wisdom, your genius. I am preparing you to receive in other layers and other ethers and other dimensions. This little bullshit cars and friends and although those are important things at times, like they're small and minuscule compared to what's being given to us. Understand this. I can't say it enough. I'm going to be straight up and down. And then on Sunday, the moon is going with Neptune, saying dream, more music, more imagination, more understanding of the prosperity that's coming to us. The sun is in conjunction to Neptune. Come on, y'all. And then the moon is in opposition to Pluto. I love the fact that the moon is going with Neptune and the sun is going with Neptune on Sunday. Sunday is a beautiful, beautiful lilies kind of day. It's the day in which you probably just want to walk in the flowers. It's the day in which you just want to play music. I wouldn't suggest you do too much more than just, be in love with just being in love. Being in love with this unconditional spaces, children, with pets, with things that are unconditional. I don't want to repeat myself because I feel like I am. So I'm just going to leave it like that. I want to read one or two people. And I remind you that at 5 o'clock today, please give me your sun, your moon, and your rising. At 5 o'clock today, I'm doing this awesome symposium about feminine energy and Western astrology. Please come and join us. It's only $22, and it's about an hour. I'm trying to go an hour and 15 long, depending on if the producer will stick around with me. But we're going to talk about all things feminine in Western astrology. The asteroids, a few of them, a few of the planets, and why masculine energy is important versus feminine energy, and why feminine energy is important versus masculine energy, and all of that. We're also going to read one or two charts and one or two famous women's charts. I'd love for y'all to be there. Go to bright.com. I'm going to do it again since brightlive.com. Live.com. I'd appreciate it if y'all can go there and hang out with a sister later on. That's why I have to get off of this thing in a minute. Okay, where are all the info? Oh, here we go. Oh, thank you, Nick. She's so cute. All right. Ooh, I don't know how to pronounce your name, sweetie pie. But we're going to go with Kofi. Karotha. Tell me if I pronounced that right. Gemini sun, Scorpio rising, and a Taurus moon. Gemini sun, Scorpio rising, and a Taurus moon. Well, that's an interesting situation. Gemini sun, first of all, I love Gemini people. They're on my 11th house. I have a lot of fun with Gemini energy. Gemini energy is really, really superficial, by the way, just to let you know. Gemini energy is so superficial in the best way possible. It is the energy that allows us to stay on the peripheral of things, not to go too deep, utilize information for what is given and give people the benefit of the doubt until they fuck up. That's what it is. That's what Gemini is all about. Face value, information, negotiating, communicating, talking shit. Gemini energy talks a lot of shit. That's Prince, that's Tupac, that's a whole bunch of people that y'all probably already know. Did you know that Tootie from Facts of Life was a Gemini too, Kim Fields? Anyway, I have Tourette's of astrology. Such and such is a Gemini, always. But you Sir, I forgot your name already. Please forgive me. With that Scorpio on the rise, sometimes we don't see that Gemini lightheartedness. You got to be really, really comfortable to allow people to see that Gemini, because Scorpio on the rise allows you to have either really small eyes, tight eyes, like you're just looking at everybody and everything, making sure that things are correct and copacetic, or else you gotta jump off. Scorpio rising people walk in the room, always on one, always observing, always picking people out. Sensitive, sometimes to a fault, because Scorpio rise can think people are talking about them, and they're not. They just, you're just observing sometimes a little bit more than what you than what's actually real, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Sometimes you can go too far into an energy and they're not talking about you. You dig? That's because the Gemini don't give a fuck. Gemini energy does not care. Okay, and I don't mean care like it's not caring, but it will switch in a moment, right? So if you have this Scorpio on the rise and you got this Gemini that's ready to switch, that can prompt some very strong reactions that could leave a motherfucker bloody in the alleyway. But I believe your moon in Taurus helps a lot, because that moon in Taurus helps to calm things down. People like to have moon in Taurus, at least. I think it's a very favorable, and in astrology, they call it an exalted position with the moon in Taurus. Why is it exalted? Because the moon can be very, very flighty, right? And changeable, but Taurus is steady. So if you put something flighty and changeable in a steady energy, it holds you down. Good for you. With that Gemini that wants to switch, change, be mutable, go on, do what it wants to do. That Scorpio on the rise that's holding everything back, but it is ready for a response in some kind of way, to jump off, to pounce, or to hold this excitement back too. But that moon in Taurus goes, yeah, we're going to be steady and methodical, but we're going to move through this thing like we should move through this thing, and see and assess each situation with fair and justice-like understanding. Not like a Libra, but Taurus energy is very, very understanding. It's very caring. It's not only fair, but it's open to see everybody's points of view. You understand? Because it wants to service the whole. That's Taurus for you. Solid like that. Hey, I hope that makes sense for you, young brother. There's a lot more to be said. I'm going to tell you, with that moon in Taurus, you better go on and get your money. You serious about your money. That's for ding darn and for damn sure. Make that happen. That Taurus can absolutely balance that Scorpio. Good for you for knowing that, V Daddy 87. Okay, Jonathan Love, Youngblood, you have a Sun in Aquarius. I think this is what you're saying. Sun in Aquarius, Moon in Cancer, and a Libra rise. Is that right, Jonathan? Aquarius Sun, Moon in Aquarius. I'm sorry. Aquarius Sun, Cancer, Moon, and wow. Is that right? Jonathan Youngblood? That must be really, really interesting, brother. Really, really interesting. And I say that to say is that that air energy, well, first of all, let me say it like this. I'm really, really happy in some respect that air energy has that water energy for you to emote, honestly, and for you to shell out that passive feminine energy that I will be talking about today, right? Cancer Moon, right? Why? Because I think that it's a beautiful thing that there's a lot more feminine energy that's plowing the planet right now and being highlighted and being recognized, right? And even in men, the moon in Cancer is a very, very feminine position, right? Which means you are open, which means you are emotional, which means you are sensitive, which means you are watery, which means you are intuitive, which means you give really, really good hugs. With that moon Cancer, you probably eat out of nervousness, so be careful about that. When you get emotional, you probably eat. But here's where the trick comes in. Because you got this snarky ass Libra energy and that know-it-all, and Jonathan, to be quite honest with you, because it is hard as a man, and I wanted to select my words properly as I was advising you, because we're public. If we were on a real read, it would be something different. But here's the deal. It's hard because the world does not celebrate men being passive, men being emotional, men being open and vulnerable and riding like the water, right? You have to be masculine. You have to be of war. You have to be strategizing. You have to be protecting. You have to be uber fucking strong. You have to figure it all out before you react. That's what we're being taught as men, right? The society is being has taught men, and that Libra and that Aquarius can ride with that because in its understanding, it knows to utilize information to make that happen. That's a beautiful thing. But do yourself a favor, brother. Please utilize both. Please utilize both, because that Aquarius energy, being that it's on the rise, right? Now I need to look at it. Aquarius sun. That no, you have Aquarius sun and you have Libra on the rise, right? So that Aquarius sun can make you a little bit of a know-it-all, and that Libra rise allows you to be a little bit snarky. And I always tease Libras about this. When I give Libras readings, they always sit there like, prove it to me. Tell me what I'm like, you're paying for this shit. You want me to sit here like it's some competitive shit? Prove it to me. Like, because Libras really don't believe. You got to give them all the information for them to believe. So here's the deal. That already believes. What is a whole lot smarter than people give it credit for. Understand that, because it gets its information through the ethers. And air energy gets its information through practical words, right? You ain't see shit because the light, through words and through information and through talking, through debating. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to rely sometimes, Jonathan, on your intuitive nature to know more than the actual nature, and more than the actual information, I should say, or that sometimes can block you. Don't fight your emotions. Don't fight your feminine side, because you're fighting the information that's coming through to you that wants to find its way to your heart. We're going to need to know more than what we think we know. We're going to need, where we're going to need to know more than what we think we know. In air sign way, we need to know more in that moon and Cancer way. I'm doing my best not to say too much, but I only because I want to protect people. I do that, especially in these reads. And today, I have to slow down so I don't say the wrong things. You listening? Okay, Jonathan. That's all I got for y'all, though. I'm out of here. Listen, if y'all want to come in to my symposium later on brightlive.com, that's BRIGHTLIVE.com. I'm doing a symposium for International Women's Week about the feminine energy in Western astrology. I would love for you to be there. You're welcome, Tinjin. It's always good to see your picture and your name. I love you so much. Y'all take it easy, okay? Be very easy on yourself and allow this wonderful information to come through. These blessings are on one, y'all. They're here and they're sliding on your body as long as you pay attention. But again, it may not look the way you want it to look. So be open and surrender to everything that's being given to you. You're not in control of this. Not at all. Mwah! Be good to yourself.